That is a no signal. That's what that is. Hello, hello, hello. Top of the morning, evening, afternoon, and good night. It is Tuesday, February 11th. I have a fun topic. Usually, sometimes, well, most of the times, I usually cover news and I give my opinions on it, my reactions. But I wanted to spit something at you. And I wanted to see if you'd catch it. And I think it's important because what I'm about to say might, depending on how deep of a thinker you are, is going to give you a perspective into. It's going to make you question a lot. Some people may not make you question anything, but for those that it does not make you question anything at all, you're either going to believe it or you're going to disagree with it, right? And there is going to be no debate for you. So it is important to note that what I'm about to say does not make me question, well, it makes me question some things. And I think it's very, very important. It'd be nice for me to pull somebody into the stream that could debate this, but I don't think that there's going to be a lot of people that can debate this because I'm gonna tell you some things. I want you to think about it, and then I want you to just kind of let that simmer. So in the title it says he is not real, and when you think of he, what is the first thing you think of? The first thing that pops up into your mind. You might say a male. Now, if I say he is real to most of the people that I associate with, they would automatically assume God is what I'm talking about, especially if the argument is he is not real. Now, hold on to that for a moment. I believe if you watch a lot of these people that go into arguments, buddy of mine, Matty, is this way. He would say that he is not a big fan of transgenders. Now, hold on now, just deal with this for a moment. Listen, I could argue if someone was to say what is a woman, and then you have to define it to define what a woman is. I'm going to tell you that every time that someone does that, they're wrong. They're wrong. I know it's deep, right? Because that kind of goes against everything that I've ever said, right? I said that these people are mentally something is wrong with them. Yes, so we're not here to debate that. What we're here to debate is what is a man and what is a woman. This is going to be tough because I have to debate myself here. So if you say what is a woman, and then they have to explain a woman is someone with eggs. Okay, great. Or a woman is someone that can be born and eventually they can give birth. hmm So if I said to you, what is a man? What would be your argument? You could say, well, you're looking at one. Okay, but what is a man? A man is a he, right? That's the pronouns that is assigned to a male. He, him. If this theory is correct, that he, him is somebody that can procreate and create, um, you have testicles and sperm, then God is not a he. Now, if you look at the Bible and the Quran and the Book of Mormon, almost every religious book, they refer to God as he. So are we to believe that God actually has a human body and can procreate? No. No, because that's why he made Jesus, right? God is omnipotent. God is neither a he nor a she. However, every book stipulates him as a he, but he's not, though. Based off of that simple definition. So that tells you that he, him, she, her, they, them, them, all of that is just social constructs. They're just things to identify, if you will, what something is. But you have to throw out the he part, right? Someone that is religious cannot argue what a female is. You can't, because then I'm just going to argue what is a he. And for anybody that says, well, he can be a female, a she-male, whatever, he could be whatever, you did it again. You're referring to him as a he. That's because everything we've ever been taught is that he's a he. But God is not a human being. God is not something. People have seen God. That's not a debate, right? That's in the Bible. And that's also in the Quran, right? That's in all the books. But they always refer to him as a he. I think what's important here is I'm not saying that God is not real. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everything we've been told is a lie. It's just that whatever human beings have created to identify each person individually as to a category of what they're in, it's all bullshit. It's not real. It's something that somebody wanted to say this is what that is. I mean, we're all God's creatures, right? We're all created by God. If you believe in God, that is the answer. God is perfect. What's to say that a transgender is not perfect because you don't agree with it? I know. You're probably saying, Jay, this is, well, the reason why I feel this way is because I could be unbiased and I could look at all facets. And with that simple argument alone, that God is a he based off of every book, you simply just cannot say that you are not one because it's in a book. And that goes back, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know the old religious book that refers to God as a he. I know how old the Bible is, but I don't know the book of Quran, the book of Mormon. I'm not sure. So this whole time we've been referring to God as a he, like it's an actual person. And I think everybody here can agree that he's not. I would love to have somebody come on here and debate me with this. But now that I've posed all different sides of the argument, I don't know how you debate that. I think that's pretty deep. It shuts down every argument. That is based in the patriarchy from when it was written too, right? I understand. Matthew, if you want to come on, you can more than let you. You want to come on and argue this? You better come with your fucking sticks on fire, because I'll enable interview, but I don't see how you're going to argue this. But I'm interested. You want to come argue it? Go ahead. The interview's on. Take the link. I think it's very important because we've seen Charlie Kirk argue this. Define what a woman is. Define what a woman is. Define what a man is. Tell me what a man is. You're looking at him. That's the same thing that they're going to say. Tell me what a man is. A man is somebody that can procreate and have testicles. What about God? Of course, you're going to come up with all the arguments in the world, but now your definition of man is now skewed. What is a father? What's a father figure? I'll go a step further for you. John, what's a father figure? It's a male, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's a male.
It's 100% a male.
So you're saying that God is a father, he's a male?
Yeah.
You get my point? Do you need more? That's people now calling him Father. Name it a Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So you're saying that God is a male. Where in the Bible? Oh, here comes Matthew. Oh, God. Go ahead.
Hey. Oh.
I don't know how you're going to argue this because you don't believe in God.
No, I don't believe in a God, the biblical kind of God. Okay, I believe that there is an entity, but that's neither male, female, whatever.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So I don't know how you're going to argue this then, because this is designed for people that believe in God, right?
Mhm.
I mean, you could try to throw a comment out there as to how how this is argued, but go ahead and say what your comment is, and I'll comment on that based off the patriarchy.
So
Go for it.
yeah, because you stated the common beliefs, right? You're right. Like Buddha is a man. You got God. You got Yahweh. You got whatever. All of them. It's male figure. I'm just saying that's partly because when those books were written or the time period they came from, a woman was worthless.
I understand,
So anything that was
but what you
something
do,
to look up
I
to would have been
understand
a
that.
man.
So again, define what a man is. A man, me and you, we are men, right?
Hmm.
Okay, we are not superpowers, right? We are not deities. We're not
Nope.
omnipotent. We are not perfect. We are not flawless. We are men.
Yeah.
So all of those things that you just explained, all of those different gods are perfect, right? In those belief systems, these people are perfect or near
Yep.
perfect, and we must follow their guidance for what they are.
Because they know best.
So that
Yep.
further validates that by definition of what a man is, they are not men.
Nope.
But by definition, and that's what people want, is give me the definition of a woman. Give me the definition of a man. You can't, because everything we know, we think are men. They're not men. Jesus Christ was a man. That's not up for debate, right? I don't even think it's up for debate that Jesus Christ is fake. I think every, I mean, in every single book there is, he is mentioned. So clearly, he was a real person. Yeah.
Yep.
So that we will not debate that, but what we will debate of what all these superpowers, if you will, I hate calling it that, but all of these, sure, all of these superpowers are men.
Yep. And man in general, in the real broad sense of the word, man, so even including women, are always flawed. So I get your statement that if they're perfect, they can't be men.
That's it. That's it. So we must stop calling them he, him, or we have to redefine what that is. And that is the same thing that people are doing with transgenders. You're redefining it. That's no different than what men did 500 years ago. It's no different. I could call a computer black pepper, and that's my definition of a computer, right? You cannot argue that. You could say, gee, that's not right. Based off of what? Based off of what? Based off of what somebody else wrote. How do you know that that original person that defined what they wrote is accurate? You don't. You're only to
No, you
believe
don't.
that this is the correct way. And if all of those things are he, him, are yeah, I hate using pronouns, but all of them are males, then what are we? We are just beings, human beings. That is the answer. There is no gender. There is no sex. All of that shit is made up. It's just even sex that you could say is real. I could argue and say that it's not because intersex exists. It still says you're more male or more female, but then there's people. Well, the non-binaries. I don't have a comment for that. I don't know what that is. But I'm saying when you're looking at a penis and a vagina, okay. But even then, what I'm saying is extremely deep. I'm not referencing whether gods are real. I am simply stating that everything that we know, calling a male, and a female is incorrect, based off of belief systems of what is above.
A question I have is it humans trying to get closer to God and trying and naming him a he? Or is he the man and the rest of us are not? You get what
Well,
I'm.
God is not a man in general, right? God is the Almighty, the All-Knowing, the Omnipotent. There's no gender or sex that's associated aside from them calling him he, right? God does not have a body, right?
Oh,
Okay, people have seen him, but they've seen.
they've
Faith.
seen an interpretation that makes it logical for them to.
No. There's, in my opinion, they haven't seen him face to face. I mean, Moses spoke to him literally. I don't know how you speak to a bush, right? People will argue that and say he spoke to a bush, but I mean, it's oddly specific that they spoke. They don't say face to face, but they spoke, right? People have seen Abraham has seen God, has seen him, like physically seen him. And you say him. You see how I did it there? I'm saying him, which is saying that automatically you will do that. So if someone was to call God a she, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that's not the way it's written. It's written
No,
as
but
him.
the way I see it, and I know you don't believe in the church version of God either, right? You're not. That's not your thing either. The way we think about it, it would be an it.
Back up. What is your church image of God?
Well, the man with the beard sitting on the
That's not
the golden throne.
That's not a church. That's a no church I've ever seen. Catholic. No, I've never seen that. God on a beard? No. That's some shit that school created.
Oh, he's shaven.
Yeah, he got a goatee. I've never seen that before. I've seen Jesus, not God depicted in a. Actually, I'm lying. I am lying. I'm trying to remember back when I did my CCD cataclysm. There was depictions of God, which were big giants, robe, gold throne, like a massive giant. But that could be. I don't know if that was something that was preached to us. That was maybe somebody depicted that at some point of what God may be. I want to comment of what Shatter is saying in chat. That's an argument that Bree said to me. And that's cute though. God created men in the image of himself. Stop right there. What is a man? Just stop right there. The first sentence. What's a man?
Not a god.
What is a man?
Man was perfect.
No, don't even. You're going too far. Go into the first sentence. God created man in the image of himself. So you're saying that God had a body.
Yeah.
You're saying that God has a body. He's a human body.
A face, and he looks just like us.
Okay, then great. Then describe to me what a man is. What's a man?
A man should be
we'll
perfect.
have to wait
because
25 minutes
perfect.
because he can't show up on the screen or debate. He has to type, so we'll wait for the typing. But what is it? Look it up. You know that's what sucks with someone that's debating on the internet. They're typing shit in and they're looking up things on the internet to use as their argument, but that's not off the top of their dome. But what's a man? Okay, what? Forget everything else. Created the man, the image in his head with a man. What is it? Bree said a person with a penis and can procreate. How is that in God's image? Let's describe what an image is. What is an image? Something that you see, right? Yes? Okay. So then why refer to God as a he? He does not have a penis. He cannot procreate. If that's his image, he just came up with what a man is. And then we just came up with what a transgender is. And then we just came up what a tree is, or a bush, or a cockroach. Because cockroaches weren't mentioned in the Bible. Neither were cucumbers. So we're just coming up with things and we're just naming them, and whatever fits our narrative just works. See, I knew people would argue this, but you're not getting the argument. It's not an argument whether male or female is real. It's an argument of Well, yes, it is. It is that argument, but it's more depicted in if God is a he, then you cannot question as to what a person is in front of you because you have not seen God, right? You refer to God as he. You have not seen God. I don't. You're gonna say I've seen God in this. I've seen God. Have you physically seen God right now? Like if you look up or whatever, look at something. Can you see God? Not see God in something, see God right
Personally.
now. The answer is no. Right? Like, now I am, you know how much I believe in God and I love God, but you cannot physically see a figure that is a he that if I see a woman, if I see a woman right now and I'm like, ooh, she is holy. God is inside of her. So that's a he, she, because God is a he. And he is inside of her. That is a he, she. I get it. You're going to be like, Jay, you're making a mockery. No, I'm not. I'm not. I am going more to the technical standpoint of you cannot refer to God as a he, which tells you that all books, and if we do that, if we do say that he is a he, then fine, great. Then transgenders should be left alone. They should be left. That's all I'm saying.
So it should be
It kills one argument. If you say that that is great, that is a he, that's a penis, that's great, cool, then transgenders are fine. If you say that transgenders are not fine, then you must not believe that God is a he and all books are a lie. Either way, it ends an argument.
No, you'd have to call God an it instead.
Or God, like God.
The name God, yeah.
That is assuming that you're saying that transgenders are not real. It doesn't matter why they refer to him. You're going to have a lot of people, a lot of religion. I mean, I would love to get in touch with some religious people here. I would love. It has to be a religious person that says that God is real, transgenders are fake. I mean, then I can split the argument and say, well, God is perfect, right? All knowing. Yes, that's not up for debate. That's what you believe. Yes. So transgenders then are created by God, so they're perfect, just like we are when they're born. Intersex is created perfect, which science would argue and say that they are not perfect. They are.
Isn't God a Trinity as well?
Yes, of course. Well, there is the Father, right? Like, I mean, it's in it, right? The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Like it's a part of a Trinity. I think the Father by himself can exist. I mean, it's in the Genesis. I think it's in the creation, Allah, whatever. It's in all the books that he created Earth, right? And everything inside that's in there, right? Whether you argue that is not relevant, but that by itself did exist. So that is there. And Jesus is there. Every religion believes this. So that tells me that Jesus is real. I don't know what else you need. If you got, millions of people telling you that someone was here and you don't agree with that, that's fine. That's not the debate. The debate is if you think if you think that transgenders are not what they are,
you shouldn't call God a he.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's it. That's the argument. That is the argument right there.
No. There's no arguing that. It's either one or the other.
That's what I'm saying. That is the end of the argument. There's nothing. That's it.
And then even in modern days, like I said, like the Father, the Son, yeah, that's also the way back when, because the Father, he created, he protects the people, the earth, whatever. That would be a father figure, right?
Sure, but what is the fuck? Can a woman be a father figure?
No.
Explain to me what a father is. Do you know the definition of what a father is? I mean, we could do this together, but do you know? Look it up. Pull it up and tell me what the definition. I know what it is, but you tell me what the definition of father is. Go look it up, because I'm sure nobody here's ever done that. And do Merriam-Webster, right? Don't do Wendy. Don't do. Give me like a real definition, because I know what it is verbatim. But you read it and you tell me if that makes sense to you.
Webster.
Merriam.
A male parent.
Now, click
A
on
man
male.
who has begotten a child. Yeah.
Yep. Now, click
A
on
male
male.
animal. So it's even a male animal, a
Mhm.
sire and offspring. And
Now,
so
click on male. Because it should be underlined to click on male to figure out what the root of that is. What is a male?
male. No, male's not underlined.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh. Maybe I'm thinking of dictionary.com.
And even in here it says the first person of the Trinity.
Okay. So God is a male, right?
God sends one, and that's clickable, yeah.
Okay. Then
God, the supreme.
and a transgender
ultimate-
can be a male, right?
The being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is worshipped as in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, etc., etc. Creator and ruler of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, we're not perfect. We're not full of wisdom. We're
Right.
not the epitome of goodness, mankind.
Okay. But God doesn't have a body, right? He's not a human being. Correct?
In Christian, it says an incorporeal divine principle. So
Stay focused. Uh-oh. Great. I froze.
Yeah.
I froze. Tell me if I come back. Great.
Yeah, you're still, I think Matthew's.
No, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, it kicked them. I don't know. All right, but yeah, I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying, right? I'm not defying what God is. I think this is very, very important because people may listen to it and be like, oh, God, Jay does not believe in God. No, that is not what I'm saying. I believe that God, by definition, let me tell you what I believe, right? Because I probably threw so many messages out there. I believe that God is a he. Yes, 100% I do. Why? Because he is depicted as such. Yes. Do I believe that God is perfect? Absolutely. Do I believe that Jesus is perfect? Absolutely. Created by God. Do I believe that man and woman that was created by God is perfect? No. No. People, well, this is where I'm going to lose people here. People always use the crutch and they always say that we have free will. And that's what makes us imperfect. But if God created us with perfection, we would not have free will, which says there's a flaw or there's a kink in the system. Maybe when he was making Eve out of the rib got some bacteria on it. I'm not trying to be funny. Somewhere along the line, something messed up, right? Something. And people are very quick because they have no other answer. The only answer they have is that we have free will. I'm not saying that that's wrong. It's just, I don't think it's that simple. I'm not going to get into what my beliefs are. I'm just saying that I believe that God is a he. I believe that Jesus Christ is a he. I believe that I am a him. But if a transgender wants to tell me that they're a female, that's fine. You are a female. If you want to tell me that you're an ice cube, that's not really a sex, but keep in mind that this is all language. Language was made by the same people who have freedom of choice. And whether or not those definitions suit your need or your narrative doesn't necessarily make them correct or incorrect. It's how you interpret it.